I'm frightened by this. As of now, our evening sky is changing quickly, and in a matter of many years, if not sooner, it may turn out to be totally unrecognizable. Cosmologists overall are sounding the alert. Specialists like Neil deGrasse Tyson have as of late affirmed the inevitable blast of Polaris, and the tale behind it is very startling. Polaris, known as the North Star, has for some time been a constant in our evening sky, filling in as a pivotal reference point for stargazers, guides, and space experts. Anyway, this could before long change, adjusting our night sky and galactic estimations. Let's dive into the meaning of this threat and its implications for us all. Join us as we uncover the narrative of Polaris as it approaches its end. For quite a long time, Polaris has guided sailors and stargazers alike, standing firm on a venerated footing as a guiding light. Its unflinching presence in the night sky has been fundamental for navigation. However, this stability may soon be upset. In September 2023, a research paper presented by the regarded Royal Astronomical Society cast doubt on the destiny of this divine illuminating presence. Polaris is near the precarious edge of detonating, potentially evaporating from the night sky forever. Before we investigate the outcomes of this discovery, we should learn more about Polaris. Also known as the North Star or Pole Star, Polaris is unique because of its closeness to the celestial North Pole. Arranged straight over Earth's North Pole, it appears practically fixed in the northern sky. Found in the constellation Ursa Minor, or the Little Dipper, Polaris shines as a tolerably dazzling yellow-white supergiant star, much larger and more brilliant than our Sun. It's not a single star, however, it's part of a complex triple star system, with Polaris A and Polaris B forming a double pair while Polaris B circles around them. The interactions among these stars create gravitational forces shaping their orbits and impacting their behavior. Any disturbances in these interactions can lead to sporadic variations in the star's brightness or pulse patterns. Anyway, the specific mechanisms behind these associations remain muddled. Polaris is found around 323 light-years from Earth, meaning the light we see from it today began its journey a long time ago. Thus, if Polaris somehow happened to detonate now, we wouldn't notice it until more than 3 centuries later. It's even conceivable that Polaris has already detonated, and we're yet to observe the light from that event. Over the course of time, the North Star has held enormous social, navigational, and symbolic importance. Its strength and fixed position made it a priceless guide for old pilots, directing them across oceans and lands. Symbolically, Polaris represented steadiness and direction, staying relentless in the midst of the ever-changing night sky. For cosmologists, Polaris filled in as a crucial reference point, helping with the investigation of heavenly movements and variable stars. As a Cepheid variable star, its occasional variations in brightness have provided significant insights into stellar properties and the nature of variable stars. This characteristic also played a crucial role in determining astronomical distances and calibrating instruments. These pulsations follow a predictable pattern, which has been the standard for the star, making it simple for us to anticipate its behavior. However, as of late, Polaris has wandered from this normal way of behaving. This anomaly in its pulse cycle has confounded stargazers, prompting a closer assessment of this heavenly irregularity. Rather than its normal unsurprising design, Polaris has begun showing whimsical patterns of dimming, raising concerns among researchers that the star might be moving toward the end of its life. This lines up with behaviors commonly noticed in stars approaching their end. The slow extension of Polaris's pulse period, which was once steady, can be ascribed to interactions within its star system. We've noticed an annual increase in the pulse span of 4.5 seconds, which could seem irrelevant, yet it holds significant ramifications. Some stargazers propose that gravitational interactions between the Polaris stars could be causing these changes in its atmospheric conditions, directly influencing its pulse patterns. Anyway, others are more frightened, believing that the star is near the precarious edge of detonating. The similarities between Polaris behavior and that of Betelgeuse, another prominent star in the Orion constellation, are striking. The two stars have shown baffling anomalies in their luminosity, raising worries about potential explosions, as stars in their twilight stages often show such anomalies prior to reaching the end of their life cycles. NASA has expressed elevated concern about Betelgeuse. However, formal attention hasn't been directed toward Polaris. As a Cepheid star approaches the end of its life cycle, it advances through various stages, including the main sequence stage, red giant stage, and finally, the supernova explosion. In light of Polaris's sporadic pulsations, researchers predict it has entered the phases of helium exhaustion, typical of giant stars approaching their end. These abnormalities in Polaris's behavior line up with patterns indicative of Cepheid stars in their twilight stages. However, conclusive signs of its impending supernova remain uncertain. Stargazers are diligently examining these inconsistencies to grasp Polaris's destiny. If Polaris somehow managed to go supernova, it would likely be a tremendous event in our sky, potentially eclipsing the Moon and becoming one of the brightest objects visible for days, weeks, or even months. Its appearance could drastically change, briefly altering our perception of recognizable star groupings like the Big Dipper or Ursa Minor, of which Polaris is a part. Have faith. The Earth would almost certainly be completely safe regardless of whether Polaris were to detonate, given its mass and distance from us. While a Polaris explosion probably wouldn't be as visually stunning as that of Betelgeuse, it might still be visible to the naked eye for an extended period and surpass nearby stars. Cosmologists and observatories would undoubtedly take notice, sparking interest within the academic community and among stargazers overall.